Hi friends. Hello children. How are you all? So, children, today I have come up with a new topic, new story, and that is the soup party. Yes. So, this is how it looks. The soup party. Uh, this book is same MRP here is rupees 50, and as I have brought it with the series of books, so I don't remember the exact price. So here it's written, the soup party is an entertaining story for children from our moral stories collection. This book with engaging content and mesmerizing illustrations has been handpicked for the children. So let's listen to the story of soup party. This is also one of the famous and common story as I have come across. You will find this same story in so many children's book, and let's see, and let me know if you have already heard the story about it, if you already knew the story. Okay. The soup party. This is how it looks. It's very colorful and beautiful pictures. And here we go. Two friends, a fox and a stork, spent most of their time together. But they did not have the same nature. So there are two friends. One is fox and one is stork. It's kind of a crane. So they were friends. But as we'll get to learn in what way they differ from the nature. So here it is mentioned like they do not have the same nature. The fox was a cunning fellow and never shared his things with the stork. Here is one point. Here the fox is very cunning. We have always heard that fox had been always clever and cunning. So here also the fox seems to be very cunning, and he never shared his things with stork. Although stork and fox were the good friends, but the fox never shared any of his things with the stork. So next. One day, the fox and the stork decided to meet over dinner. The fox did invite the stork for dinner to his den, but he had no intentions of good hosting. So one day what happened, fox has invited the stork to come for a dinner. At night he is called to have a meal with the fox. But he has called only, but he didn't prepare how to host, or maybe he could host properly to his guest. He has no intention of hosting, but it's kind of a formal invitation which he made. He prepared vegetable soup for dinner. So what did the fox prepare? He prepared the vegetable soup for dinner. He tasted the soup and found it delicious. The fox has tasted the soup and it was very tasty. Being a greedy fellow, he did not want the stork to have any soup. As the fox found it very delicious, so how will it want stork to share? So he was very greedy. Here is mentioned like the fox being a greedy fellow, he did not want the stork to have any soup. So here the fox didn't want to share his soup with stork. If they are friends, they should share, right? But the fox, being not only cunning, was very selfish. He never liked to share his things, and once, even if after the fox called his friend Stork in the dinner, he didn't serve properly, and also after finding the soup very tasty, he thought of he didn't want to serve that to Stork. So let's find out what happens next. So here you can see the Stork looking and staring at fox, and the fox is gulping all of them. The fox thought of a cunning plan. When the Stork came over, the fox served the soup in two flat plates. So what did the fox do? The fox seemed this time it played its role. So the fox, being very cunning, he served the soup on a flat plate for himself and also for the Stork. But if the Stork is having a long beak, how will the Stork can grab, or how will the Stork can drink the soup from a plate? It's not possible for the Stork. So that is the reason why Stork is not able to eat or taste the soup. So, come and have the soup, he said to the Stork, and started slurping and licking the soup with his tongue. Naughty and cunning fox started slurping and licking his own soup, but the Stork remained hungry and could only stare at fox. How bad of fox, right? The fox shouldn't have done this, right? So, next, the Stork could not drink the soup from the plate. It was not possible to drink it from a plate with his long beak. As I said, the Stork is having long beak. It's not like a small mouth where the Stork can put his tongue out and can lick all them or can slurp. But instead of that, it's having a beak, which can't be taken from a plate, or if it is not served on a deep bowl or on a jug or on a jar. So it was not possible to drink it from a plate with his long beak. The Stork came back hungry. So the Stork had to return back hungry. He could understand that the fox had done that purposefully, and so he decided to teach the fox a lesson. So next time, the Stork this time understood that the fox has done it purposefully. Knowingly, the fox did like this. Then the Stork has decided this time, it's enough. Let me teach him a lesson. Let me teach fox a lesson. Every time he is doing the same thing with me, so let him learn. So next time the Stork come up with a great plan. Let's find it out how and what. So this is how it looks. Then the Stork invited the fox for dinner to his place. Then the Stork invited the fox for dinner to his place. The Stork too prepared a tasty soup. When the fox reached his place, he served the soup in two long jugs with narrow necks. So this time what the Stork has done, that Stork also prepared some delicious soup and had invited Fox for dinner. So what did Stork do this time? So as the Stork is good with a long narrow neck jugs or the jars, the Stork this time prepared on the dinner table 2 long narrow jugs or the jars, and inside that she has served the soups. So next, see how in this jar, from this jar, the Stork is able to drink the soup. But what happened to the Fox here? Let's find it out. Come and have the soup, the Stork said to the Fox. The Fox could not drink through the narrow neck of the jug. So this time the Fox is not able to drink the soup, as it is very narrow on the neck area. The Fox couldn't even taste it. The Stork put his long beak inside the jug and happily drank the soup. It was tasty and delicious. So the Stork this time had grabbed all the soups from the jar and mentioned it was really tasty and delicious. The Fox kept staring this time. So this is how it looks. So the Fox returned to his home with an empty stomach. Last time it was the Stork who returned its home empty stomach, and this time it was Fox. He realized that the Stork had paid him back for his cunningness. That day he learned a lesson. So the Fox, upon learning a lesson that he realized that one day I did the same thing to Stork, and what I did, Stork did the same thing to me. So what is the moral of the story, kids? What we give to others comes back to us. So the moral of the story is, what you give to others, that comes back to us. So if you be polite, gentle and good with others, then automatically they will be good to you. I hope you like this story, and let me know if you have already heard the story, and if you have heard something different to this, then also you can write it to me in the comment section. So till then, take care, bye bye. I'll come up with a new story next time. Bye.